Hi, this is Menefee, and this is part 2 of a part 5 series called 5 Things. And this session this evening is about the things I had to learn in order to become a man, and more importantly, to become a father. And the first thing I learned was this, is that any male who is fertile can father a child. And it takes a man to actually raise a child. And I mean raise a child from a standpoint from financial, from emotional, and definitely spiritually, and you got to be there for them. Kids have to understand that you are in their life for a reason. Number 2, walking the walk is important, and it's more important than talking the talk. So if you talk the talk, you got to walk the walk, and the kids have to see that that's in alignment. If it's not in alignment, they think that you're just giving them a line of BS and that he's saying one thing and doing something else. So they have to come together, and kids have to understand that you are a man of integrity and that you have their best interests at heart, and that you're just not a person who talks a lot of stuff and then acts a different way. Number 3, that you have to build confidence in your children, and building confidence in your children starts with being optimistic with them, showing them the possibilities in life and not criticizing them, and correcting them to a standpoint where it's positive feedback, not negative criticism where you're smacking and hitting them and, you know, yelling at them and all that kind of stuff. They have to understand that they are of value and that they have a lot of potential in life, and that you mean business, that you're the father, you're head of the family, but you're firm and you're fair. They have to understand that you are correcting them now so you don't have to cry over them later. Number 4 is that you have to show your children love. You have to show your children unconditional love, that you are there for them, that no matter what they do in life, that you will always have their back. Now, if they're wrong, they have to understand they're wrong. But if they're right, you have to defend them, and they have to understand that you are there, that you are the father, that you are the head of the family, that you are there to protect them and show them love and show them understanding. Number 5, I think this is probably one of the most overlooked things for men, and it's this, is that you have to respect your children's mother. You have to respect the mother of your children. And if you don't respect the baby's mama, then your kids will become confused. And I know males will come up this way, and they will say, listen, I came from an abusive relationship. I watched my dad beat my mother, so I think that's the way to act towards women, is to beat them, is lay hands on them, and just try to control them and dominate them in a negative way. And then if women see that, girls will think that, hey, that's the kind of relationship I'm supposed to have. I know that my dad loved my mother because he's always beating her up and smacking her around, and they think that is normal behavior. They become accustomed to that. So in both situations, it's not right. You have to be respectful of your baby's mama. And I'll say this, that if she was good enough to lay with, then she's good enough to respect. And with that, I will tell you this, and I'll close, that number 1, keep God first in all things, and number 2, when God's for you, who can be against you? And thanks.